Hi, everybody. This is Tim Keefe again with Peppers and Rogers on the Road. This week's topic is something that's come up in the headlines recently as if it was a big deal, and of course, it's not, like many things. And it's the topic of personalized pricing. As you can imagine, we've been talking about focusing price on what we think a buyer is willing to spend, probably since the first day somebody traded a rock for another rock. The issue here, though, that's kind of fascinating is, and this has gotten to the headlines because several Democratic senators, Al Franken among others, have been looking at what's going on in the airline industry and are very concerned with the concept that a particular fare would be based on a customer profile that could offer a very different fare price to different customers on the same plane only because of who the customer is. Seems like a big problem from their perspective, but it's happening in every market every day, all the time. We do it in the way our cars are priced. We do it in the way when we walk into a store and we're making an individual purchase. Any negotiation we happen to do for price is all based upon what the buyer thinks our willingness to pay is for a particular product or service. The trick here, I think, is that people are waking up to the concept that as a buyer, as a customer, we continue to provide our vendors with more and more information about who we are, where we are, what we're doing, what our likelihood to buy, what we're interested in buying is. And then the concern seems to be how that information can be used by the vendors. And is this information going to be used in a predatory fashion? In other words, leveraging that information against us? Or will the smart companies look at that information as opportunities to create trust-based relationships between them and their customers? So just because we have given the power to these companies through the release of our information, both voluntary and involuntary, it doesn't mean that these companies have the ability to misuse that information against us. Voltaire said, "With great power comes great responsibility." The smart companies will recognize that they have achieved great power, and in some cases, customers have chosen to give them that power voluntarily. It is how they choose to use it that will separate those that are successful from those that may have a short-term opportunity but will lose in the long term, because customers will not tolerate predatory behavior. They will always go to a trust-based relationship. So quickies on the slides, pretty straightforward. It's nothing new about personalized pricing. There's always a benefit for the vendor to do it. The trick here is making sure that it is aligned truly to the needs of the customer. Thanks for listening. This is Tim Keefe with Peppers and Rogers.